I want to share with you a practice that I just stumbled upon thanks to my new friend, Diane Hamilton, who was on my radio show recently. She is a Zen Buddhist teacher, and this came up in some of her work, and it's a practice. Pema Chodron is a Buddhist who teaches this a lot. It's a practice called Tonglen, and that's spelled Tonglen. And Tonglen is a Chinese word, and it stands for taking and receiving. Oh, sorry, got that wrong. It's the same thing. Taking and sending, like giving and receiving, taking and sending. Can you see that these are polar opposites? Giving and receiving, taking and sending. Tonglen practice is a way to relieve our suffering and come into balance. When I let out the primal scream in the car and immediately followed that with laughter, that was a perfect example of using Tonglen, of finding something, experiencing fully a challenging vibration, and then matching it, sending out a non-challenging vibration. It's polar opposite. So the way Tonglen works is when you become aware of something in your life that's upsetting, you allow yourself to fully feel it and you breathe it in. Embrace that feeling completely, allowing yourself to feel. Does it feel heavy? Is it uncomfortable? Does it feel dark? As you're breathing in, you're breathing in. Let's say, for example, you're feeling anger at a partner. And so something they just said makes you feel angry. Instead of putting that aside or projecting it on somebody else, you breathe in the anger. On the spot, step aside and do the Tonglen practice. This is why it's beautiful. It's so practical. Breathe in the anger, but what would be the opposite of anger? Love and peace. So on the out-breath, you breathe out the full experience of peace, perhaps forgiveness and love. It feels cool or perhaps warm, however that feels to you. It feels peaceful, and you're sending that out to the world. Picture this whirlpool of energy around you, the eddies. You're breathing in one very real emotion, the pepper, and you're breathing out the salt. And you just keep doing that until they completely balance. But see, all of these polarities exist only here at the level of form. It's underneath all of this is the underlying reality of all that is, the soup base that is unaffected by these emotions. So the peace is always there. You're not going to harm yourself by breathing in these energies. You're facing it and you're creating this beautiful energy of balance. It works not only on yourself, but say you're in a store and you see a mother hit her child and the child is crying and you really can't step into that moment. You can't do anything. Something stops you, or it's not appropriate, or they move away, and you are left with this energy of pain and suffering for them. Do you know that by doing this Tonglen balancing practice, that energy goes out, and because you are becoming balanced, it's like locking into that other person's field and sending the energy to them. We have to know that our efforts affect others when we do this. So you would have witnessed something like that. And completely, in just a few moments, breathe in. As guides say, let's do it. So we will do it in a moment here. Breathe in the energy of the pain that that situation caused you. Feel the pain of the world as you breathe that in and wonder why people do that to each other. And then breathe out peace, knowing that that is always another possibility that arises from the field of all consciousness, all awareness. And then again, breathe it in and breathe out the opposite. And you just do this, and surely the slow breathing certainly helps you to become calm, but you are literally taking action to balance your field and sending that balanced energy out to the world. So we did it for ourselves, we did it for someone else, we can now do that for the world. You watch the news and you see some atrocious a war going on somewhere around the world, or some terrorist act somewhere. How can I help? By doing this practice. Breathe in the pain of the world. Feel it completely, because you are the world at the underlying reality. And breathe out peace, cooperation, justice. Feel that. Breathe in the pain of the world and stay with that for about 2 to 3 minutes. I've been doing it lately and it's tremendous. So why don't we do it together now? Okay, we're all connected anyway. I'd like each of you to sit and just get in a nice comfortable position. Hopefully you are already. And close your eyes for a moment. I'd like you to picture yourself as a beautiful sphere of light, yet there's an opening at the top and the bottom of you, the main shaft that flows down and through you at all times. That's the shaft through which the life force flows. And right at the center of you is this node that connects you with all other creations that exist in the manifest world. And through that node, we are all connected as one with the source. But focusing now on our energetic field and knowing that it changes constantly as the ingredients flow in and out. And we can control that very much through our own desires. Bring to mind an issue that you've been dealing with that is challenging, that has some kind of a challenging vibration associated with it. And now, knowing you're always completely safe, the soul cannot be harmed and no harm will come to you from doing this action. Breathe in all of the emotions and feelings associated with that situation. Don't be afraid of it. You've been rolling around in it lately. Breathe it in. Feel it completely. Feel the emotions, the thoughts that stirs up. Allow yourself to know that's okay. And now what would be the opposite of that? As you exhale, just shift and be the opposite. Feel the lighter aspects of this now. Feel the release. You're not just exhaling, you're sending the energy out into the field of all that is. Raising vibration all around you. And now let's breathe back in again. You can repeat the exact same experience you just had, breathing it in. It may not feel pleasant, but it cannot hurt you. Everything passes. Breathe it in, feel it, perhaps see a different aspect of it. And now exhale the opposite, knowing that in doing so, you're beautifully balancing that out. This world of polarities always has opposites. We don't have to get rid of it. We just balance it out, knowing that at the fundamental base reality, we are pure love and pure peace. But when we can balance them out, then that we bring that peace into our reality here. Breathe that situation back in again. Perhaps feel a different aspect of it. It's still there. It's still challenging. Feel it. And now one more time, exhale its opposite. What you're doing is neutralizing the vibrations in your energy field. This is a miracle. You can come on back. You can do that anytime for any situation, anywhere. I hope you like that. I find it very powerful. I wish more people knew about it.